Alright, dear students, how are you today? And welcome to your Ready for First Grammar. Today we are going to talk about Unit 13, which is the uses of wish. Okay, so I expect that you have read the unit before, so now you can follow all the explanations. Okay, so let's start with hypothetical situations. We have wish and if only. They can express how we would like things to be different if we have the power to change them, right? So, for present states, we use with and if only plus past simple. To express wishes about present states, stated verbs such as be, have, know, and understand are used. So you could say something like, I wish I was taller, or I wish I were taller, right? Notice that with wish structures, we can also use I were and he were in the same way as the conditionals too. But this is exceptional, right? So this is something like ojalá fuera más alta, yeah? If you think of I wish as ojalá, it's easy, yeah? And this is like a present future expectation, yeah, wish. Then we have if only. If only I knew how to play the guitar. Si solamente supiera cómo tocar la guitarra. Okay, so this is like, wish to express a desire. Then for present actions, not states, for present actions, we use wish and if only plus would when we want something to happen or someone to do something. Active verbs are used, right? So this is not a wish we have about a present state as before. I wish I was taller. This is about a wish we have about someone else. Maybe we want someone else to do something, or we want something to happen, and it's for actions. So in this one, you use would. For example, I wish you would turn your music down. Also, you find it annoying too. I want you to do something. Or if only this wind would stop blowing, right? The weather, something beyond your control too. Okay, but stop blowing, so it's an action. Also, as I said, if we want to express irritation of other people's actions or behavior, I wish you would stop tapping your foot. Es como, ya podías dejar, ¿no?, de dar con el pie. Or, I wish you would stop singing in the shower. You sing really, really badly. Ya podías dejar de cantar en la ducha, ¿no? Cantas fatal. If the action occurs habitually, you can also use past simple. For example, I wish you didn't smoke so much. Or I wish you wouldn't smoke so much. If it's a habitual thing, both are correct. For present ability, with and if only plus would for events which are outside of control. You don't say, I wish I would, you say, I wish I could. I wish I could to indicate our inability to change things. I wish I could remember where I put my keys, but I can't. So in those cases, you use I wish I could, right? I wish I could speak English, or I wish I could speak Chinese, but I can't. Now, wishes for the future. We can use wish and if only plus would or could to express wishes for the future. For example, I wish I could go on holiday with you in summer. Ojalá pudiera ir de vacaciones contigo en verano, pero no puedo ir. I wish I could do something in the future. If there is more possibility that the action will happen, we use hope. I hope I can go on holiday with you in the summer. So it's different. I wish I could do something. You say like, ojalá pudiera, because you know deep inside that you can't. I hope I can do something. Espero que pueda hacerlo. It's like, there is a possibility, right? So it's a difference in there. So now, wish for past situations. For past situations, wish or if only plus past perfect to express wishes and regrets about the past. I wish I hadn't left the school when I was 16. This is something like, ojalá no hubiera dejado el colegio cuando tenía 16 años. Also, you can use these other structures. For example, like a conditional. If I hadn't been so tired, this wouldn't have happened. Si no hubiera estado tan cansada, esto no habría pasado. Or should have plus past participle. We should have got the train. This traffic's terrible. Deberíamos haber cogido el tren. El tráfico es horrible. So remember that For present is wish plus past simple. I wish I was taller. Ojalá fuera más alta. And for past is wish plus past perfect. I wish I had studied more. Ojalá hubiera estudiado más. Now we go to another point, which is would rather. We use would rather plus past simple when we want someone else to do something in the present or future. Okay? So to say I'd rather is like to say yo preferiría, something like that. So when you use I'd rather you did something in past simple is yo preferiría que tú hicieras otra cosa. But it's not past really. You know, it's present, but we're using like past simple. So, for example, we have I'd rather you went to get some bread now. Preferiría que fueras a coger algo de pan ahora. He said he'd rather we didn't arrive too early tomorrow. Él dijo que preferiría que nosotros no llegáramos demasiado tarde mañana. Okay, now this is very important too. The use of I'd rather when you don't have another subject. If you want to say yo preferiría hacer. So if it's present, you use an infinitive without to, you know. I'd rather go to the beach. Preferiría ir a la playa. If you want to use the past with the same subject, you have to use a perfect infinitive. I'd rather have bought the red one. Preferiría haber comprado el rojo. So take this into account that it's for the same subject. I'd rather do something. Preferiría hacer. In the past, I'd rather have done something. Preferiría haber hecho. If you have another subject, is I'd rather you did something, past simple. Preferiría que tú hicieras algo. And if it's in the past, you know, it's past perfect. I'd rather you had done something. Preferiría que tú hubieras hecho algo. And finally, we have it's time. Okay, this expression, you can use it with some determinants like it's time or it's high time or it's about time plus past simple. When we want something to happen or be done now. And basically, this is to express in Spanish, ya es hora de que hagas algo, ya es vale, ya es hora, venga, hay que hacerlo ya. But it's used with past simple. It's time you did something, ya es hora de que hagas algo. But remember, it's past simple, it's not past, but you have to use past. Or it's high time you finished your dinner. Ya es hora de que te acabes la cena. Or it's high time we went. Ya es hora de que nos vayamos. So remember that you have to use past for the structure. Okay, the second part of the unit is about prepositions and gerunds. So when to use them? Verbs which come immediately after prepositions must be in the gerund form. Yeah. So if you have an infinitive after a preposition automatically becomes an ing. There's a golden rule in English. He was fined for parking on a yellow line. Yeah, fue multado por aparcar, but for is preposition, so park should be parking in the ing. If the subject of the gerund is different to the subject of the main verb, we have a noun, object pronoun, or possessive adjective. For example, we're not happy about James riding a motorbike. They insisted on me or on my showing them the photos. Here it might sound a bit strange to you, me, but my, because you say, okay, it's a possessive adjective, I know, but it's correct. Yeah, what it is not correct is to say he insisted on I showing them. You cannot use a subject pronoun. You have to use object pronoun like me, her, us, or a possessive adjective, my, our, and so on, plus ing. Then we have some noun plus preposition combinations that are commonly followed by ings. For example, we have that's something like, there's no point in inviting her, she won't come. There's no point in doing something means no tiene sentido hacer algo. But remember that is followed by ing. Then we have difficulty in doing something. For example, I have difficulty in cooking omelette. To be or to have a good chance of doing something. Tener posibilidades de tener la oportunidad de hacer algo. And to be in favor of doing something. Is there any chance of you playing tennis later? Are you in favor of, sending children to school when they are very small? Then we have some gerunds that are used after a number of phrasal verbs containing prepositions, such as get out of doing something is like escaquearte de hacer algo. Get over doing something, superar hacer algo. Give up doing, give up smoking, dejar de fumar. Look forward to seeing you, con ganas de verte. Put off playing the match, posponer, jugar el partido. Put up with doing something, soportar hacer algo. And take to doing something, cogerle afición o aprecio a hacer algo. Then in number 4 we have some linking words and expressions that can also be used as prepositions and followed by a gerund. For example, after, apart from, as a result of, as well as, before, besides, despite, in addition to, in spite of, instead of. After those expressions you have to use ing too. I'm just going to give you some examples. After calling me, she went to bed. Después de llamarme, se fue a la cama. Okay, apart from doing a lot of sport, you need to do some diet. Además de hacer algo de deporte, tienes que hacer algo de dieta. As a result of passing your exams, como resultado de haber pasado tus exámenes, as well as speaking English, she speaks Chinese. Además de hablar inglés, ella habla chino. Before going to bed, antes de irse a la cama, besides being very talented, además de ser muy talentoso. Despite being raining, a pesar de estar lloviendo. In addition to working in the evenings, además de trabajar por las tardes. In spite of being ill, a pesar de estar enfermo. Instead of going to the beach, en vez de ir a la playa. Then we have those examples. Apart from tasting great, it's also very good for you. She opened the window despite me asking her not to. Remember that if you have a different subject before an ing, you cannot use a subject pronoun like I, he. You have to use object pronoun like me, him, or possessive like my, his, or her. And that's okay for today. I'm giving you some examples and have a very nice day. Bye.